Patch day is here, guys, so let's take a look on some of the changes that we have from the dev server to the release. So there are multiple skins that I talked about a little bit yesterday. Not gonna show every single one of them, but if you join the game, you will see all of them going to the vehicles that they are added. Some particular notes that are very cool, like this one, a Desert Soviet camouflage for the Su-24M, which is pretty amazing. There is another one for the Pakistani JF-17 that I talked about yesterday, which is pretty cool as well. There is one that both of them for the J10. Look at this. The aerobatic one is, oh my god, I love this color. I would have a car with this color. It's so cool. And of course the unicolor one, which is my must buy actually, because I love white skins for the Chinese Air Force. But yeah, before we go to the differences in vehicles, I really want to show you guys something very quick. So if you go to the tanks, I'm gonna show to you guys in the T90 over here, just to let you guys know. They added multiple sites for you to actually add and save. Now, I saved, for example, the T90 one for a Soviet modern one. So as you see, they're right here. If I turn on the thermal, it's already there. And it's already working. How do you add these sites and stuff? You go to here, ground vehicles, site settings, and you can check some of this stuff. So for example here, and you can, I don't know, take a look on every single one of them. Look how many they added. So I'm using the T series type tank, which is this one. But of course we have the Sosna, which is kind of a commander site. The 2S38 has its own site. The China has its own site, as you see. If you go to thermals, oh, look at this. Oh my god, it's so cool. We have another one for China, which is pretty cool as well. We have one for an SPAA, for a SAM, which it makes sense, ATGM. So multiple ones. And then we have, of course, for the M1, right, that was in the dev server. And of course we have the Leopard one. Yes, they added a Leopard one. See, very, very cool. With a range scale as well. That produces a range scale right there on the side. And of course you can change some of the stuff. Like for example, where the rangefinder will be, the reload time, the indicator of the turret, anything like that. You can change it up. You can change the colors. For example, in thermals, I can, I don't know, change it like that, for example, or anything. It's pretty cool. And yeah, just mess with it a little bit and you will notice how good the system is, and you can save it. I forgot to actually let you guys know. But for example here, I saved a lot of them. For example, the Panzer, I'm using the Sosna. This one I'm using the normal T series. If I go to an American tank in a higher rank, for example, I'm using the Abrams one. So you can just save it and it will be there, which is pretty amazing, to be honest. It really is pretty amazing. Then of course we have the new vehicles. Multiple ones got changed a little bit, but I gotta say, I will do a video on each of them to actually let you guys like properly see each vehicle, okay? So I'm not gonna do any big reviews right now, but there are some interesting things that we can talk about. First things first, the PL5E2 now has an IRCCM, so this is going to be a very good missile to actually use. Let's fly with the JF-17 over here. I think it's going to be way better than the PL8, for example, in the J10, just because it has an IRCCM. So yeah, it is pretty cool. Look at the cockpit. Again, I'm going to show everything on the proper videos of each aircraft, okay? But yeah, cockpit is pretty good on this aircraft. But just to show to you guys, the flight model of this thing, look at the amount of turn. I'm at 300 kilometers per hour and already turning a lot. So these aircraft they do turn a very good amount, right? And they have a pretty good acceleration as well. Both of them, So, yeah, let me just get closer to the MiG-15 and we test the missile. But of course, the main thing is that it's going to be very similar to a normal PL5. The thing is that it will be all aspect, obviously, just like the C, but also with an IRCCM, which means that it will try to ignore flares as well. And I mean, the turn, yeah, it is pretty good. Pretty good missile, guys. Again, for the J10, there's no reason why not add, like, use the PL5 instead of the PL8, because it has the IRCCM there, and the J10 with the PL8 will not have an IRCCM, as you see. It turns less, but it has IRCCM, so I think IRCCM is way better of an option. They added a few tanks to the J10, which is pretty cool, as you see. Some of the other changes that they did in missiles and stuff, the Iranian F-14, of course, just like in the dev server, we have 20 Gs, the Fakur and the Sigil. They are way better than they were, so yeah, amazing missiles right now. Another thing that they added is the GBUs, the GPS guided bombs they added for multiple nations. So now, for example, the F-16 here, you can use the JDANs with the GBU 31, the GBU 38. Look at the 31. We didn't see this model in the dev server, which is pretty large GPS guided bomb. All of these aircraft have it. The F-15, for example, can take it as well, which is pretty cool. An F-15 being able to take this, especially the 31, which is the larger one, right? Even the F-14, man, if you take a look on the F-14, this thing actually is carrying GBU 38. So you can see the modifications there. Yeah, see? Oh, it's a different color. Oh, that's nice. GBU 38 V2. Oh, we have to check if it's the same or not. I'm pretty sure it's going to be very similar, but yeah, a different version of the GBU for this nation, for this F-14. Oh, come on, baby. Yeah, it's a different one as well for here. So very cool, different color. Probably because it's for the Navy, I would say. You can like do this now with this system. Many other vehicles got these GPS guided bombs as well. You know, for example, the JF over here. Oh, it's secondary here. For example, we have the glide bombs for it. So yeah, we have the LS6 500, but we also have the new 250, which is a little bit smaller and it has a little bit less weight, which is pretty cool. They are glide bombs after all, so they're gonna be one of the best ones to actually use. Many nations use them. We have here the new F-16, for example. Even something like this can actually take it. Derbies, yes guys, derbies for the F-16C Barak 2. So now, yeah, officially this is going to be the best F-16 for you to use. It doesn't have the Python 3, but it doesn't matter. The M9M is a little bit better for top tier because of the IRCCM. So yeah, you can take that, as you see. JDANs as well for this thing. So very cool as well. So many little additions, but nothing too crazy. We have the new Seahawk over here. So yeah, we're gonna have to you know, wait for the data miners and look at every single thing that they added and stuff. But for the majority of the stuff, they are very similar to the stuff that we had in the dev server. Okay, so don't expect anything too different, but yeah, it is pretty similar but better. I thought this thing would actually carry it. Let's see the Kai. Does the Kai takes it? In real life it did. So they didn't add for every single vehicle that I was expecting the JDANs, which is expected, I guess, but yeah. And before we go, let's properly take a look on this baby, just to take a look on the cockpit, because this was one of the aircraft that didn't have a cockpit, the Su-24 as well. Well, that's pretty cool. Oh no, it was the JF-17 that didn't have a cockpit, right? Very basic HMD, but yeah, you saw the two cockpits. We can take a look on the, before we wrap it up, just to take a look on the differences, right? I mean, the objective of this initial video, is to properly look at the differences between the normal dev server that we had and this. Ooh, baby. Oh my god, look at the size of that thing, man. Oh my god. Yeah, very cool cockpit. Very old style cockpit. And the funny, nice, guys. Search GMTI. Yes, guys, this is the ground MTI, a moving target indication. So if the target is moving on the ground, a tank in ground battles, it will appear on your radar on the Su-24. So that's cool. It does help you a little bit trying to find targets. Very, very cool. Very old style aircraft. The funny part is that, just to wrap the video up, this aircraft actually has a modification called the Su-24M2, but it doesn't have anything from the M2 besides the new bomb. So in the future, hopefully it gets an R-73, it gets the modern cockpit and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Patch Day is here. Let's take a look on many videos talking about every single aircraft. So subscribe, make sure to subscribe, and I see you guys on the next one. Bye guys, see you.